Now we are diving into another cool topic. We will gain new knowledge and skills to level up our abilities. Very soon, we'll be drawing all of this. Just a little more patience. First, we need to get the basics in Inkscape down.
Another very useful thing in Inkscape is the snap feature. The snap allows objects or parts of objects to attract each other. Let's see what this means. I'll draw a rectangle and let's say an oval or a circle. Now I need to make sure that this circle fits tightly next to this rectangle. How can I do this? It's very difficult to manually set an exact distance. Of course I could zoom in, but actually surprisingly, I made it just perfectly. Okay, but usually this doesn't work out like that. For this, I'll use the snap tool, which is located up here. Here is where you enable snap. I clicked it. Now, if I try to move the circle, it attracts to either the center of the square or to its sides. It can also snap to different borders inside. This way, I can precisely position one object relative to another. For example, so one starts beneath the other, or their corners can align. The snap tool has different settings for how and what we align. Here, click on the arrow, and we can set it to snap points to points, or edges to edges, or we can align the whole object to another object. I clicked on alignment. Now I can see how one object aligns with others. This is very convenient. For example, I'll create a composite shape now. I'll select the rectangle and set its size. Let's say it will be 80 by 80. I'll also make this circle 80 by 80 for perfect roundness. Now, I can use this tool to make the circle perfectly align on the rectangle. Like this. Now, if I select both shapes, I can use path and combine them into one, and I get this perfect figure, but it gets even more interesting. If we start drawing with pen tool, I can draw a shape. Then I need to draw another one next to it. I'll choose the blue color. Now I can align the new shape so its points match the points of the previous shape. This is often very convenient. Only one point didn't match for some reason. How could that happen? No, the points match. There's no line though. Well, I now have two shapes that fit perfectly together. If I add an outline, they will overlap precisely. Now, I have two shapes that fit perfectly together, and I can add a third. This is how you can draw shapes. Complex, composite shapes that fit tightly together. This is very useful when drawing complex things, but we'll cover that later. So remember, snap. Sometimes it's very useful. It's enabled here, but sometimes it interferes. When we want to draw something arbitrary, it constantly snaps to points, and it becomes inconvenient. In that case, we turn it off. Just click here to disable it. Disabled.